What's going on, everybody? It's Jay Wilson and Liam Wilson, and we're here to introduce a YouTuber that has over 1 million subscribers. Yes, I don't know how he is on the channel, but he is. He's an amazing person. Yes, and Liam got to meet him, and Liam felt the same way. So without further ado, Liam, give him the peace sign. Bye-bye. Working at Universal Rocks, there's some pretty crazy things that happen day to day. The people that come through the door leave impacts on your life, that purchase product, that you help through their journey of building an oasis in their backyard or rescaping their aquarium or reptile enclosure. But sometimes you get somebody that is super energetic, has no chill, loves reptiles, loves the whole community in terms of YouTube and as far as he can reach. He is exactly who he is on camera, in person. Let's check him out. What's up, everybody? It's Jay Wilson, and I'm here with Brian Barczyk, the reptile vlogging king, SnakebytesTV, the whole 9 yards. But we're gonna ask him some questions that may throw him off kilter.
I'm ready for it.
No, I don't think he's ready.
No, I'm good.
What are you doing here, dude?
Well, we actually have been building terrariums or enclosures for a new zoo project that I have that's called the Reptarium. Behind me is a good example of what we've been doing. So we couldn't be more excited about this initiative. It's going to be a relatively, a smaller zoo, but for reptile keepers, and just, to get people in, do birthday parties, school events, all kinds of different things so that we can get people really excited about these animals. And to do that, no better place than here at Universal Rocks.
The dude's energy on camera is just as crazy in person. You can ask the two dudes standing over there. I thought I had energy. Apparently he's on just life. So what is it? Make today awesome?
Every day is awesome. Make today awesome. That's right. So and no caffeine, no energy drinks. Totally natural. As a matter of fact, I'll be honest with you. I'm going to give you a little secret. If I drink caffeine, it puts me to sleep.
He's not human. Maybe he's not human. So let me ask you a serious question.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever kept fish?
I have. When I was younger, like 16 to 18, I was really just as obsessed with fish. Of course, that was a long time ago. The fish hobby isn't where it is today. But yeah, I was just as obsessed with fish as I was reptiles. I think at one point I had like 18 aquariums.
He's crazier than we are.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I'm actually, really reluctant to get back into that world because I'm a little obsessive, just a little tiny bit obsessive. And I know if I start, I'm going to be outrageous. Especially, like I said, the aquarium hobby has come so far in the last 28 years or so since I've really been keeping. And don't get me wrong, I've had bettas and some other things over the years, but back I used to keep discus and angelfish and arowana, black arowana.
You're a better man than me.
So I had all kinds of really cool stuff. I even did albino Oscars when they first came out. Terrible fish, by the way, but that's a whole nother story. Don't get an Oscar. No, I'm kidding.
No, cool. Get Oscars if you really want Oscars.
Yeah, you kid. I just alienated the entire Oscar population of the world. But I loved all of them. I mean, we did so many different things, and I was upset. I worked at a fish store. So when I was 15 years old, I was
learning stuff.
Yeah, I worked at a fish store for the first 3-4 years that I was really working before I started my business. So yeah, of course I'm a fish guy.
He says he's a fish guy, but he's more known for his reptile stuff. Do you watch any fish? I know you have a huge channel, but have you watched any fish channels, and who are they? What are your big? Well,
obviously I watch a lot of YouTube, and I can't say that I'm like super loyal to any genre at all.
No, you can't be.
Because I watch little bits and pieces, but certainly Joey is a good friend of mine,
yep.
King of DIY.
King of DIY, subscribe.
Yeah, I mean I love him. Lots of different like one-off stuff.
Yep.
And whenever it pops up in my recommended, it looks like something's cool. I certainly check it out. And I probably watch hundreds of fish videos, but I can't say that I know a whole lot about the
absolutely.
YouTube community and the fish world, but certainly Joey's my biggest thing. Yeah.
You don't want to know a lot about us. You thought you guys were weird? We're way more weird.
I have a hard time just keeping up with my own genre, let alone everyone else's. But I do go down that rabbit hole a lot on YouTube, where I start watching. Next thing you know, I'm watching about the most weird thing on the planet. So
if one of these fish guys decides they want to keep reptiles of any sort, what is the one piece of information you can give them that would be simplistic?
Well, I think it's exactly the same as the advice that I would imagine you would give somebody that was starting to keep fish, and that's have a great setup.
Okay.
You know, the setup is everything. You know, don't spend $200 on a snake and $15 on a setup. You know,
Amen.
If you get a really great setup, that's it. You want the temperatures, you want the humidity, you want all of that to really be dialed in. And if you're doing that, it's really simple. And then, again, last thing, which is 99%, especially snakes and many lizards now are captive bred. Much like fish, you don't want to buy stuff that is destined to die, you know. So there's no reason to really take reptiles out of the wild now when we have such amazing captive breeding. So you get a good captive bred animal from a reputable person or supplier, you get a great setup, and I'm telling you, reptiles are amazing. And just like the fish hobby, you will be addicted.
Awesome stuff from this genuine person. Thanks so much, man.
Hey, thanks, brother. I appreciate it, man.
You know what's next. Holla!